I love camping. I also love hiking. This is the story on how I combined the two together for my very first backpacking trip. This was my first time backpacking and I was so excited. I started hiking with one of my coworkers, Christine, and I think it was after the first hike we did together, she sent me a link for this backpacking trip. I think it was like 3 weeks before the actual event, and I was so pumped. Since we didn't really have time to prepare for it, I was like really excited, but also super nervous, just not knowing what to expect. And this was way outside of my comfort zone. I know I camp a lot alone and people don't understand how I could possibly do that. It's just from practice, honestly. I started slowly by, camping with a friend or two, and then camping with just one friend, and then doing a little bit more primitive camping with one friend, and then finally graduating to basically camping by myself. Started our second day. Is Christine back there? Luckily, this is a little bit flatter of a section, but it might rain a little today. My pack weighs probably 35, 36. Hers is 30. So our last segment is road. Black top road. And we want to be done. And we're supposed to be done because we're at 10 miles. Did you end up having to do that, or did Megan? You think you did?
I think Megan.
Oh, Megan. If you've never gone backpacking, what it essentially is hiking a long distance while carrying everything that you need, your tent, your clothes, your food, everything on your back in a backpack, and then you camp between each day. Basically, at the end of the day, you camp that day. And the hard part about backpacking is all of this stuff. This is all the stuff that was in my pack, and my pack was like 35-ish pounds. And the hardest part is when I would have to get something that was like in the middle or the bottom of my pack, I had to unpack everything. So that's why my tent looked so crazy. And my tent was only 2 feet tall. This is me sitting up. I couldn't even sit up in my tent, which the tent was fine. It did a really great job. It's just definitely a different experience, and I really enjoyed it. Doing this backpacking trip with an organized group was really helpful. It was also really nice having my friend Christine with me. She and I plan on doing backpacking trips this summer together, just she and I. So I'm really looking forward to that. Good morning. It's the second morning? Yes, second morning, last morning. We have another 10 miles to backpack today. We only have like an hour before we need to get to the trail because we have a cutoff of 2 p.m. We hiked it in 5 hours yesterday. So it'll be interesting, but we don't want to feel a time crunch because we're sore and we're tired. On today's episode of I Hope I Don't Start My Bra on Fire, forgot that my bras are wet, so I'm trying to dry them off. On the road again. So I did cheat a little. I did lighten my pack a little bit, but I know that I need to pack lighter next time. So far, today's hike is way easier than yesterday's hike. It's mostly flat. It's had a couple steep
steep inclines, but yesterday was like all up and down all day long.